Red light on it like it's recording. Again.
Again, one more time. So y'all, Wayne is a junior, and we dated for a while. And every time we would talk about like kids or grandkids, Wayne daddy would be like, "Yeah, y'all child gonna be the third." And I was like, I don't want him to be the third, and Wayne didn't want him to be the third.
No.
Just because I feel like
It's a lot of pressure, bro.
like it's a lot of pressure. We're coming with names like Wayne is from Macon, so I'm telling y'all, every time we go somewhere, like people be like, "I know what Dwayne owes. Like, you look just like your daddy." It's just a lot. So I came up with a better answer to this. His dad is in a motorcycle gang and they only drive Harleys. So I said, why don't I name him Harley? Like, and the name is so hard.
Yeah.
Like, the name is Harley Dwayne Owens. I knew it before we was nowhere near pregnant. I knew his name. We have a name for our daughter, which she'll be named after my mom. And I have a name I already have a name for her.
Probably gonna have a boy before that, though.
I have a name for that. So the next question is for Wayne. Why did he stop art? Or I guess doing art?
I mean, I have a very big love-hate relationship. What's so funny? I have a love-hate relationship with art, man. So I feel like it was a turning point in my life where I was just like, you know what, like I'm not doing this. I went to school for it. Like I've been doing it since I was like 3 or 4 years old. And at some point, I just felt like maybe I was in cruise control, and it probably was good, but I just made it hard, when it didn't have to be. I really don't even know why. I think it's because growing up, I used to use art as an escape on like whatever was going on. So I used to lock in, get in the corner, get by myself, wherever I'm at, and just like lock in and draw, do whatever, paint. And after a while, I guess the problems started diminishing. So I didn't have any other reasons to do it, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you do drugs, it's your escape. You know what I'm saying? I hate to jump to that analogy. I hate to jump to that, but like, if you do drugs, like, it's because you're trying to escape away from your problems. But if life was good and you were high off life, then you wouldn't need to do drugs no more. So I felt like that kind of where I was at with it.
So the next question is for both of us, and it says, when a person asks, do date nights matter?
Yes.
They matter.
100%. I don't know about, well, yeah, they matter 100% regardless. You think it matters to you more though?
I think it matters more when you have a child, only because that's really the only time that you guys get together.
That's true.
When it's just you and your significant other, it's like we might not mark this time off as date night, but we're spending time with just each other. We're getting to know each other. When you have a child, it's like it's all three of us, or however many kids that you have. It's all of y'all together, so you have to just mark those times off. Because when me and Wayne went to premarital counseling, they told us two things. Number one, never let your children outnumber the parents. And number two, you want to continue to date your spouse while you're married, because at the end of the day, well, this is everybody's plan for your child to graduate high school, go out to college. And if we're working on that plan, because just like how they expected for us to leave home and go to college, I expect Harley and whoever I have after Harley to do the exact same thing. At the end of the day, when that last child leaves out the house, it's gonna be me and him again. You don't want to be sleeping in your bed, being with a person you barely even know, a person that I've been with them for X amount of years, and we slept in the same bed and we did, we went to dinner, but we don't know each other.
18 years, but we done grew distance. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know each other, and I think that's how a lot of couples divorce after their kids are like grown because they don't know each other. So we believe date nights matter, and it doesn't always have to be something big and extravagant. Like me and Wayne, we try to do like small. Like Wayne would cook a dinner like Friday. Well, I'm gonna say cooking dinner. He would do a seafood boil. Well, you cooked me fried rice and shrimp the other night.
Right.
And we cut on our little movie or whatever we want, and we just have a date night.
Table,
or we like looking at home stuff, so we'll go look at houses together, or we'll go into Home Depot or Target, and
that's stuff that get, you know what I'm saying, that's stuff that get us off. Like I feel like we get us in a happy mood for sure. Like we're still happy because we friends first, but we go somewhere, like we used to love going to IKEA just because.
Yeah, like that was our thing before Harley. We would just go to IKEA.
Just go to IKEA, like it was like the Walmart.
We would just sit in the car, we talk. I mean, of course, and when I say date nights matter, even nice date nights matter. For your husband to actually plan something, like
you need at
be
least
ready at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I need you ready at 5.
Yeah, that's still nice. Like
I
think that is very important, but it doesn't have to be like that every single time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we believe date nights matter, honey.
Oh, that's what's up.
So the next question is, and we got this a few different times in different like sayings, but it said, if you were to move to any state or country, where would it be? And also, if we were to build, like, where would we build our forever home? I don't think I would move to a different country.
It's hard to say. I would love to, like,
if I'm just dreaming, it'll probably be like Bali or Costa Rica or Santorini.
I'm going to Netherlands. I'm going to Switzerland. I'm going somewhere
like
far, like
too.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
with a lot
like
of greenery, a lot of open field where it's like nobody knows me. That's where
I'm not really big on like. So, I have flown my entire life, but I'm not the traveling person like that's like so gung ho to travel out of the country. Because yes, I want to see beautiful. Like I want to see what God created, but the different stuff, like I want to make sure I'm able to eat whatever is over. Like I be hearing horror stories about like
Japanese markets and all that.
Yeah, like I'm not
markets.
trying to, but where would we build our forever home, or where would we want to live?
Forever home, bro.
I don't see myself honestly being nowhere outside of Georgia.
I don't really, realistically, I do not see us being outside of Georgia just because this is home for us. I feel like we want to invest so much back into Georgia. It's kind of like we have to stay here, if that makes sense. But honestly, bro, if I could go to any state, me personally, I would love to go to Florida, Cali. New York got kicked out a long time ago. Like, that used to be a dream of mine growing up because it was like big city, like going on, fast paced, boom, 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 Soho, art galleries, like fashion. Like, I was into all that. But realistically, bro, nobody's staying in New York. And if I had to stay in New York, it'll be on Long Island by Roslyn or Westbury or something. I'm not staying in Manhattan. I'm not staying in the Bronx, Brooklyn. I'm not doing that. Period. Not raising my kids now either. But
yeah, mine is always like so if natural disasters is not a thing, it'll be California or Florida, or Dallas, Texas. In Dallas, I would stay in like the Frisco area, McKinley area, Arlington, like.
Yeah, that's the common denominator. Natural disasters, boy.
Yeah, but without the natural disaster. Oh, and I told Wayne this that I would move to like Tennessee. But like either downtown Chattanooga or Nashville. I love it so much. The next question is for me. It said, how long did it take for you to get out of the postpartum stage, and how much did it affect you? So I don't think my postpartum stage was the timeline. Well, they typically say that it can go up until a year after you have a child. Like you can get it at any moment in between then. So I got mine probably like after me having Harley, he was just the most perfect baby. He only cried when he needed to be changed and when he was hungry. And I was completely fine after I had Harley. And then I was just at such a relief when like we would go to his doctors and the heart doctors were just like gloating on him. So mine didn't come until after his heart surgery. And I think that was because we had just a lot going on. Like we just had a whole bunch going on at the time. I just didn't like myself. I didn't like my family. I just didn't want to be bothered. I wanted to go to the furthest place in the earth and just be there by myself. Okay, me and Wayne and Harley.
That's true.
And it affected me a lot. Like I still have to shake myself sometimes to be like, you gotta stay motivated. You gotta, do things that you gotta make decisions for Harley in the future. You gotta make the decisions now for your family in whole. But I don't think it lasted too long.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, once I started working again, I'm fine. And it kind of was a little bit worse because not only was I dealing with postpartum, we were still in COVID, Corona. So we like for other people like in different situations, they would probably go, hang out with friends or anything like that. Like I didn't really hang out with my friends. I didn't really tell my friends what was going on with me anyway. So I think that's why it affected me as much as it did. But yeah, I don't think like I listened to like the horror stories, and honestly, y'all, I was just so nervous. But mine wasn't as bad. It was bad. Like I don't think you feel like I was like a different person.
I feel like it was that you was still locked in, like you still was, disciplined, making sure you stay motivated and whatnot. But deep down, I do feel like maybe you were just a little disconnected, like you said, just a little bit.
You can be honest.
I mean, because I'm trying to remember, like, I don't think it was that big of a difference. But it was enough for me to notice because, I'm with you all the time. But it wasn't just very bad. It wasn't like drowning out the other noise. It was just, I was just being patient with you. Like, I'm there with you. Like, it wasn't like I'm coming to get you. Like, it wasn't like you were asleep all the time, like, depressed. It wasn't like that. It was more so like you're in a daze and you're kind of trying to wake up back to reality, like, cause you had a kid, like, that's a powerful thing. Like, to have a baby is not easy, and especially with all the things going on. So I feel like you were just trying to kind of like snap back, and I'm just, I'm just letting you do it. You said I can be honest. That's the honest I can be. I really can't even say like.
Yeah, I think some of my family said some stuff like when I say I just didn't like people. I think that was during my I didn't like people, whatever you said, regardless of if it was whether you were coming from a good place or not. Like I just critiqued it. I found the worst in it, and I just didn't. I think that was the only thing that affected me. Like, yeah, I was really just more so focused on the health of my child, and that was the only thing. But I'm good now, as far as I know. I try to. Well, I'm not always good. I did start therapist a few times. It wasn't that long, but I need to go back. I'm better than around that time. I'm better than what I was around that time. So yeah, I don't know. We just kind of rambled over that question. Oh, while I was feeling that like whole little mommy type thing, this is also for me. What advice do you give to other young mommies?
Other young moms?
Yeah, I just would want to say, like, young moms, like, at the end of the day, your child is who you make them. Your child will learn what you teach them. Right. And whether someone else thinks it's right or wrong, like, at the end of the day, that's your child. As long as you're not harming them, like, physically or mentally, and as long as you're not going, giving them the wrong type of information, then whatever you say it goes pretty much. Like, you have people that don't like certain stuff. Like, my biggest pet peeve is I don't let a lot of people watch Harley because, number one, COVID. And number two, people are not going to treat your child like how you treat them. Right. So, things that I will not say to my child, other people can say them. And I posted today that parents parents and people in general can give children insecurities and not even know it. And it's just something that we just say right away. So, yeah, I'm really overprotective of my child. I'm really, I don't know. What was the question? What advice can I give them? Yeah, just be you, do you. Like, you are learning every single day. Everything you do is not probably going to be the right thing, but your mama and daddy didn't do the right thing. So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to breastfeed your child if you don't want to. You don't have to give them organic food if you don't want to. If you don't want to whoop them, I mean, I feel like children need to be whooped. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Like, at the end of the day, you have to go home. You have that child sleeps with you. You take care of that child. Just be the perfect person that you can be for your child. Make sure you're doing the right thing. And just make good decisions, because at the end of the day, whatever you choose today is going to be for that child's future. Like, and also I would want to say take care of yourself, because without you taking care of yourself, how can you take care of a child?
For sure.
For sure, baby.
Sacrifice, though, is the main ingredient in that sauce, though.
Yeah, sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
For sure.
100%.
Okay, next question is, what is your dream job?
Dream job is to be an architect at the top of my firm, where I can look down the entire city like ants.
Yeah, and it's so funny because me and Wayne, we literally, when we first met, we kind of said this at the same time, like, that's both our dream job. Like, mine is more so, I just want, like, I'm obsessed with new construction, and I just want to be able to, before I close my eyes in this world, I want to be able to build an entire neighborhood. Like, not me physically building, but just design an entire neighborhood.
Oh, you just gonna make me build it?
I'm like, what? An entire neighborhood. Yeah, I'm just obsessed with real estate. I love construction. I love all things homes, interior, exterior. I love the finishes. I love what you can do to a house when you do renovations. That's my dream job, honestly. And my second dream job was always to be a YouTuber. My second dream job was, like, I used to want to be a videographer for weddings. I don't know why. Like, I'm obsessed with weddings. Okay, this is the easy one. Who's the better cook? How often would you like home cooked meals?
Who's the better cook? This guy.
Wayne knows how to cook, but does Wayne
Jaisha.
cook? Not at all. You just, like, I literally would have to be like,
Touché.
hey, can you cook?
I mean, yeah, that's true. I really could say I could give Jaisha a crown, bro, because, I mean, she's the most consistent cook out of the two, so.
I'm the most consistent, or I'm the better?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta, it's all of that, though. Like, consistency is like.
Yeah, but I'm the better cook. Like, you making it seem like just because I cook consistently, I'm better.
That you try, like, because your resume of food and plates that you've cooked is way better than mine, because you only see, like, okay, what you see? A little salmon here and there, a little mustard seed, a little white fish, you know what I'm saying? A little tilapia.
Fried rice type, little rotel.
You know what I'm saying? A little rotel, dude. You know what I'm saying? You try me like I'm just cooking you hot dogs and, like, red leeks and poke beans.
He know how to cook. But does he cook?
No,
he don't cook.
I'm about to get back on my whipping issue.
And how often would I like home cooked meals, y'all? So we do this thing. If you had money, what would you buy? A cook?
Is it a maid?
What is it called?
It's a maid.
A maid?
A chef.
A chef.
Or what's the third one?
A maid, a chef. Or
I
like
guess
an assistant. Or a driver. Yeah. It was like an assistant or a driver. I would pick a chef. I'm picking a chef all day. Like, I would want a home cooked meal every single day if I could.
Yeah, I would do the chef too. At first I said I would do the maid, but I kind of enjoy the cleaning part of that, so I don't know.
Next question. It's a parent question. What's frustrating about parenthood?
What's frustrating about parenthood? I hate to sound like the person that like nothing bothers me, but like it's not really frustrating. Nothing about parenthood is frustrating to me. It's comfort for me because it's like, okay, this is what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You have a child, like you're raising a citizen in this world, like you're a dad, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever comes with parenthood is okay with me because it's things that I have to do. If I could say anything was the most frustrating though, is not not having the freedom that we used to have, or not.
Yeah, I
like,
think that's the only thing.
With parenthood always knocking on your door and it's never gone. Like it's always
it's
like.
It's not always knocking on your door. That nigga is right there. Like what's
up? Like what's up?
Like what?
Yeah, I can't move. Yeah, I can't move these legs. You can pick me up though and take me over there to see what I need to see.
That's the only thing. That's the most frustrating thing. Is like, where's the break?
Yeah, that's probably the most frustrating.
Everything else is like, oh, my baby's growing. Oh, my baby's hitting milestones. Like, let me go feed him. Let me go.
Yeah, bathe him, clothe him. Let me try this outfit on him. Let me see what he like. Let me play with him with these toys. Let me do this. Like, that's all fun. Like, but boy, when everything else is piling up on you, but your main obligation is that child, and you have to get that done. It's like you got the baby first, but then work and everything else is piling up on you. Then outside goals you got, and your second business, and it's just like
it's a lot because, and honestly, what you just said kind of made me think about it. It's like having children come back. It's hard to make adult friends.
Not for me. What about you?
I don't think it's hard to make adult friends.
I just don't, huh?
I don't think it's hard to make adult friends.
It's not hard.
I think it's hard to keep adult friends. Because you can make friends all the time. Right. Like, I meet people and I'm like, oh, okay, she's pretty cool. She's a cool person. Like, I see us being friends. And then the consistency of trying to build a friendship is not there. When you're young, you build a friend based off of what you like.
Like, y'all gotta come in.
Off of common denominators.
Yeah, like you like the same shoes.
You building friends because you just need somebody to go out with. Like, you just need somebody there to listen to you. When you grown and you got a husband, you got children, you got real stuff to take care of. You may have a business. You may work a 9 to 5. You may not work at all, but like you doing a lot of stuff. Like
maintaining relationships, bro.
Maintaining relationships is the hardest thing ever, especially with people that's not consistent. People
or they not on your timeline.
That don't
either.
think, that's not on the same timeline as you. That don't think things are as important. Like I think in our life right now, we have friends that we've been friends with forever, but we just would like people that's more consistent, that like to celebrate each other. Like, and I said this before, if you follow me on Instagram, like people that really like the small things in my life, celebrate them. Like Harley just graduated from kindergarten. We having a whole shindig, okay? Because we like to have fun. We like to cook out. Like we like to do stuff. Like when you always got an excuse, you're not a friend from me. Or if you always got you think like.
And it sucks because I've been the person with excuses, so I hate to be that person and say like, you can't have excuses, but like, I can't build my life off excuses because if I'm 75 years old and I go back and look like, oh, I could have did this, but this happened, I'm gonna regret everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a friend, bro, you gotta have my back. Like give yourself like I give myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I celebrate you. I push you. You know what I'm saying? I try to.
And it leads me to my next question about friends. Do you think men and women should be friends? Like, do you think a male should have a female friend and vice versa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Like, I feel like
a lot of my OGs ain't playing that though. Like my OGs, they not playing that.
Yeah, and it's not like
you having no male friends.
Awesome. I just feel like I don't want to be selfish. Like, we could be friends. All you gotta do is have respect. You're not finna be calling him like no friend. You ain't finna just be on his mind every single time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a cutoff time. Don't get me wrong. We still respecting the cutoff time. Like, don't call after 12 or 11, 10,
and
whatever.
there's certain stuff that come with that. Like, if you're married, you shouldn't have single female friends. Like, not no new ones.
If you do have a single female friend, like, if I had a single female friend, like, her goal should be getting married. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to be, it should be real talk. So, I mean, it should be getting married, or even if their mindset, like, if it's a girl that is really trying out here and she kind of like talking to us about the situation and it's just like, it's just not working out, that's cool.
I understand that, but I know you just not meeting her and y'all friends.
Oh no, they kind of need to be married. Yeah. We're married, they need to be married too. And we need to meet them.
Yeah, like, we not
wife.
big on, like, I need to be in your face at all times. Like, that's my dog. Like, and people, like, I feel like people are so big on, like, men and women can't have platonic relationships, but it's like, if she can help you get to the next level. Say Wayne works a corporate job, and you have a female at your job that can help you move to the next level, or that's put your name out there or something like that. I can't do that because I don't work at the job Wayne works at.
All it comes down to insecurity, bro.
Yeah.
Stop being insecure. Trust your spouse. Yeah. You'll be good, bro. Less worry. What's done in the dark come to the light.
Every single time, it doesn't matter. Like, what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. No matter if it comes today, tomorrow, next year, like, it's gonna come to the light. So, I mean, we just not out here making hella new friends. Like, hey, this my homegirl. Like,
yeah, I'm not just popping them.
Then I'm gonna beat your ass.
I'm not just popping them out on a week's basis. Like, hey, babe, I made a new friend. Like, bro, who was?
Hey, you trying to bring her around? Like, no. Like, it's a no for us. Okay, this is a good question. Intimacy after having a baby. Not talking about sex.
Intimacy, no sex. Intimacy as far as souls intertwined. How do we balance having a kid?
Let's look up
intimacy is just me, you know what I'm saying, laying down, cuddled up, talking, really asking her like how her day went, like what she could have done better, or I feel like intimacy is just really dedicating yourself to like give them your full attention. Yeah, personal. Giving you your full attention. Like, you got all of me right now. Like, we can watch a show, that's cool. We can be intimate watching a show. We can just cuddle. We can be peaceful. We can be quiet. Don't even have to be nothing on. We just be close to each other. You know what I'm saying?
So how do we balance it after having a child? We just do it.
You just do it. That's it. And really be intentional on doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the time comes, like, hey, let's come here. And then that's when we build up there. What you say?
We ain't good for come lay by me. Sorry. But I don't wanna.
But you gonna.
I don't know. Our situation's a little bit different. Wayne travels, so when he's here, we're intimate. We close.
I mean, even when I'm
not here,
even when I'm away, I mean, we still tight. We still lock in. Make sure we watch our shows together.
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't think about that. That's intimacy as well. Like, we make sure, like, after he's done on site and I'm done with the rest of my day, if I put Harley down or he's watching his whatever, we watching Power. We watching, a video together, or we talking about our day, and we talking
about hottest shoe, our favorite hottest shoe lately,
like,
or the latest.
Talking about current events or something.
Yeah, the latest structure of houses, like what we want. Like, I know we've been talking about, like, I don't know about as of late, like past week, but a couple months ago, you remember we were talking about, I won't go in Bohemian theme, or I'm going Bohemian, or I'm going industrial. Like, we was doing all that. So
yeah. What was the scariest thing about getting married or starting a family?
Oh my God. Scariest thing about getting married. Everything almost. I mean, everybody think of the worst. Like, when it's getting married, like, I don't know why all the negativity just come out of the woodworks.
Yeah. Like,
so y'all was scared that the government was gonna be in my business. I was scared that I wouldn't have enough money to take care of everything by myself. I was scared that one day I may come and find my wife with another man or something. Like why are we even worried about that type of stuff? Like, to be real, like, that's the type of stuff that comes across your brain. And yeah, I laughed at myself too. I laughed at myself and I was like, bro, you're an idiot. Why are you even thinking about it? Knowing, bro, that you're literally signing a contract to some other person for the rest of your
breath. That was his favorite thing to say when we was like engaged or not engaged.
Yeah.
I'm signing a contract.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your scariest thing about starting a family?
Like, bro, just not. I was scared that I wouldn't be like prepared. Like, cause you know me, I'm the type of person like I want to have my ducks in a row. I want to make sure I have this, and that. But you can never be ready for anything until you do it. Like,
yeah.
You can say all day, I want to invest in my business before I start working it. Like, you can't really do it because you can't get the flow together. It works the same with having a family. Like, you will never be ready to have a kid unless you have it. You know, him or her. Like, you can never be ready. So just jump in the fire. Like, jump in the shark water. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, when it came to being a wife and being a mother, I think I had the same fear of just messing up. I mean, it's something I never did, something I never took on before. You don't know the amount of time.
Fear of failure for sure.
The amount of love, the amount of compassion, the amount of caring, like, that you have to have for your husband, and you bring a child into this world until you're in that space, okay?
Right.
And that was my thing, like, that was just what yeah, for me, because you never know, like, it's like going into a new job that you never worked before, and you just thinking about what you gonna do, like, how's it gonna go,
pan
like,
out.
how quick.
What's
for
the
me,
next steps?
I'm like, what's the next steps? How quickly am I gonna catch on to this? How quickly am I gonna have a routine? Like, who am I gonna be?
Should I take everybody else's
in
routine? Should I try their routines and what worked with my kid? Or
right, like, so yeah, I think being, well, no, they're both difficult actually. I was gonna say I feel like being a wife is easier than being a mother, but I feel like they all have their own, like,
don't do me. They all have their cons.
Yeah. So the next question, and y'all, I have my questions everywhere. That's why I keep looking at my phone. What type of cologne do you prefer on your man? And what
And
type
vice versa. It's only one, baby, for both of us. What you mean?
This boy.
It's only one, and both of us can wear it. It don't matter.
This boy loves some baccarat. Boy, bye.
It don't matter.
I think for me, my favorite perfume for me is Valentino.
Okay, Valentino's nice. Valentino? Okay, that was the one you bought after. Yeah, okay.
I think it's called
Valentino cool, but they got
Valentino Donna Roma or something like that. Donna Roma. And then I think for Wayne, I love Bad Boy.
A good girl smell good too. I just
But
don't think you like your chemistry.
I don't think I like it better than Valentino.
Right.
I think on Wayne I like Bad Boy for sure by Carolina Herrera.
Is it Carolina Herrera?
Yeah. And then I like, y'all, he got this Old Navy scent. Why do the Chiefs?
I'm a regular type.
I was gonna say, why do the cheap scents be like?
Smell good.
They smell the best and they last the longest.
That particular one.
So that's number 2, and then number 3.
Dior or Chanel Blue. Which one?
Ooh, that's gonna be hard.
That's a hard one. I forgot. I've been having a Dior for a little minute.
No, I feel like it's gonna be
couple.
Dior because Dior just give me my wedding vibes. Like, that's what he smelled like when we got married. So Dior. Yeah.
But that Chanel Blue, that was my go-to for a little minute. Bro, ain't nothing better than Baccarat. And I was just, at that point blank, period, bro. You can hear all the rappers and everybody talk about it. I don't care. That's the best scent I ever smelled in my life.
I'm literally going to have to... I sprayed it on me. I'm just like, I wore it a couple of times. But...
I think for me, bro, the reason is because...
It smells better when you... And it also smells better when you...
and it lingers.
Pair it with stuff.
When you pair it, yeah, you can mix it too. So, like, it's unisex or whatever. But it let me know it was real. Like, when I was at a gas station, I'm literally pumping my gas. I am on pump number 1. Picture Quick Trip, pump number 1. You know it's all the way at the end. Why is Shawty at, like, pump 25 talking about, is that you? What cologne you got? As soon as I get out the car, she smelled me. She's way over there. How you smell me and I'm down here? So, like, that's how I feel.
She was like, oh, you smell good. I'm like, girl, pump your gas in her. She don't smell that good.
Who's actually at that flat food? Who's at that flat food? It's right there by the roof.
Most unexpected life change since becoming a parent.
Unexpected life change since becoming a parent. Bro.
I think mine is my son just being.
My son just being in the back seat, messing up my whole car, man. What you mean?
No.
I like to keep my car clean, and bro,
y'all
it be
see my
looking
car
like
it's
Jesus,
stained.
bro.
Like, Harley just don't let you know. But mine is more realistic. I mean, not realistic. Mine is more serious. Mine is just okay. It's one thing to have a child, but like to have a child with something going on, like
okay,
I have to be on 10 and making sure I'm paying attention to every little
every
thing
detail,
he does all the time, because I know I don't have to, because he's really like super regular, but it's little stuff.
It's
that
little things.
You would, like other children, it'll be fine, but I have to make sure, like
with
good
him,
Harley,
it's like no, we have to.
because he be
sure.
doing too much, and I be like, all right, chill out, like you're doing too much. One thing you want to instill in your son as a father.
Heart first, like, you know what I'm saying, being the gentleman and being someone that's understanding and just using your mind, like not letting anybody sway you. Like, that's what I want to instill. Discipline, of course, and no, that doesn't always mean popping him or whooping him, as I will do anyway, but it's just making sure he stays in line, making sure he knows how to think for himself and actually use his mind to say or think before, and know how to be a protector at all times. Because I think that's something that's pretty much what I'm about. So I think those qualities that I want to instill in him. What you think?
I think the same thing.
Any missing links?
I also want him to know that he is enough. Like he can be his real self at all times, and cause I don't like the little kid that like the cool kid. You just think you too cool for school. Like you can be yourself. Whatever you like is what you like, and nobody gonna sway you. Like
you gotta be humble too. I mean,
yes, sir. Let's see another question, guys. How was the transition being adjusting to your son being in private school? I think for me, it's been super. Well, it's been way easier than I thought it was gonna be. So Harley he did not start school until he was 1. My mother, between me, my mom, and my great grandmother, we watched him up until he turned 1, and then he is now at a private school, which I feel way more comfortable than going to an actual daycare. And it's something that me and Wayne always talk about, like our child going to private school. But I think we are a couple that experienced all of the lows of COVID. So that's the only thing I don't like, is we're not able to like go in, because it's a private school. Like they're pretty strict on like
who they let in,
like
checking your temperature, making sure you got nothing.
Yeah, like they're super strict on that. So he's been there since May, and we have never
been to the back. May? June.
Sorry, we started June 1st or 2nd, one of those. But yeah, we've never been to the back of the classroom. We just pray every day we drop him off that his teacher is not harming him.
Right.
Because I will hurt her. I respect my elders, but let me tell you something. I don't play with my son. Okay. This is a would you rather. Would you rather stop using deodorant or stop using the internet?
Boy, stop using deodorant. Y'all
I'm
crazy?
Going deodorant.
I'm going deodorant.
What are you guys plan with Harley's Heart?
Harley's Heart, that foundation, is just really about connecting these families. Like, no one knows, you know, the deeper of the issues. One out of 100 babies on average have CHD,
which is congenital heart disease.
Right.
1 out of 100 babies, like you were saying, is born with something.
I couldn't really get that out because that 1 out of 100 really kind of hit me a different way.
Yeah, like when Harley was like when he was diagnosed with it, and when she said 1 out of 100 babies, that's a lot. Like
it's a lot.
100 babies is not 100 babies is probably born a mini, and 1 out of those babies has something going on. And it's not hereditary. Like what Harley is born with, he's born with hyperplastic right heart. It's not nothing he got from nobody in his family. He was just
God just like harped on that.
Yeah, like God just chose him to have that heart defect. So with Harley Hearts, we want to build awareness around that to connect families and to connect families that look like us. Because when we was in the hospital and when we was in like different groups and stuff, number one, it's the most depressing thing, period.
100%.
So I just want to bring a different light to it. Just make it like it's okay. Like it's okay to have a story. It's okay to have something wrong with you and still live your life. Like Harley still will have a normal life. And number two, is nobody in those groups that look like us. Period. It was not young black couples or families or nothing like that.
That is very true.
So it's just to bring awareness to CHD, to just shine a light on them. And then just give back to what like families was giving us while we were in the hospital. I want to do small events, like just donate to the actual hospital, donate to families. Because being in those hospitals for so long, you rack up so many bills, like especially people that have like whole households at home. It's like you living in two different places, and just to help them with stuff like that, and then more like bigger events. We won't be planning a bigger event until 2022, but the bigger events will consist of just the same thing, bringing awareness and just having a good time while doing it. So that's why we did Harley's Heart. And the most important reason is just to share Harley's story, because his is totally different than a lot of people, and I know 100% that God is going to heal him. And whatever he's healing, whatever that looks like, whatever God wants that to look like, it will look like that. So that's what it's about.
I think it's gonna be big. I think it's gonna be really big. It's gonna be very touching too to see that, because there's gonna be times where a lot of kids are gonna come around and it'll make them feel better. Because I've been in places like, yeah, it always feels good to have somebody on your side, 100%. So yeah, that's what it's about.
That's what it's about, and my son's story is bigger than big, okay? That's what that is. And then we're gonna end on a lighter note. What is the most embarrassing thing that you've ever done in public?
Man, oh my God, bro, chill.
You want me to start?
Embarrassing, bro? No, bro. Should I tell yours or you should tell yours?
What's mine?
I know you got mine.
Tell me mine. What's mine?
I don't know. Your most embarrassing? I don't even see you do nothing.
You should tell me.
I'm saying, I mean, I gotta find something because I know exactly what you gonna say.
About yours?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say?
You know what I'm gonna say. Do I gotta whisper it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go. So I have a really bad bladder. Like y'all, I cannot hold my pee at all. Like if I have to pee, I'm gonna pee on myself, and it's so embarrassing. But I just be cracking up because at this point, like I'm gonna pee on myself. So my family, me, Wayne, Jordan, Jaquan, Asia, Elijah, we all went to go eat, and Mayo was there. We went to go eat at Chipotle, and I had to pee so bad. But y'all, like, the crazy thing is, no, I don't think I was laughing. No, like, I think I was laughing after the fact. But the crazy thing is when I have to pee, it hits me like this. Like, you know, some people, they just sit there and they just hold their pee. Like, I don't even have the time to hold my pee, so maybe I don't know what happened, but I literally was sitting at Chipotle in the chair, and I peed on myself.
And it was Chipotle, it had aluminum chair, it was like metal, so it wasn't like,
it was cool.
It had holes, like, it was like a woven basket, so it was like nothing but like square holes all in it. So like, bro, it's literally like, I'm talking, bro, like fire hosing through the bottom of the chair. That's a bad visual. I'm sorry.
Annoying.
That's a bad visual. I'm sorry, but luckily nobody really seen. Well, it was public, like, but nobody seen it because we were around.
Yeah, we were outside and we were outside,
and the only close
nobody
people.
Was out there.
Yeah, it was like two girls though. They were talking like over there.
If you came out, it was literally just a wet puddle under me.
Yeah, they thought a drink had fell off the table. I'm like, boy, if y'all only knew.
Yeah, that's my most embarrassing.
Huh, boy.
Your most embarrassing?
Jesus Christ, bro. I know for sure, bro, when I was in the shoe store, looking at dunks or whatever, boom, boom, boom. I go to grab the shoe, look at it, put it back. I go back to sit down. Tell me why I feel like somebody dragged the bench over maybe like 2 feet. And I sat out on the floor, bro, missed the whole seat. I'm like, yo, and then so when I hit that, my boy, he was like a professional skateboarder. He was in there. And so I was already talking to him. And he was like, it's cool, bro. Play it out, bro. Like everybody, like he was, you know, he like nerdy, geeky, like just picture Travis Scott, but from not Travis Scott. Picture Tyler the Creator, but from making. And so I flip on the floor, bro. I started doing like little push-ups, and I was laughing because I couldn't believe that I really had just did that. But to make it so bad, the nigga that seen me fall, he was trying to holler at Jaisha the entire time.
Yeah, he was trying to
He knows me
entire
too.
time.
He knows who I am.
And
bro.
like
He was trying to like be flirtatious, like, yeah, you can go to the bedroom with these shoes on. Da, 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 da. Like,
yeah, he was like, these some good shoes. All you gotta have these shoes. I'm like, first of all,
he asked you something
not
like,
feeling.
you happy or something when you walked off?
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I walked
yeah.
off, he was like, you happy? Like, what?
So like when
Wayne
Wayne fell or whatever, I think that was the funniest part of all because I mean I was I was just laughing at the fact that this nigga fell, but it was even more cringy that like when Wayne walked off, the boy was asking me like, basically, am I happy? Like, am I happy with Wayne? I'm like,
trying me like I'm a nerd, nigga. I just had a little players mess up, bro.
but yeah. That was Wayne's most embarrassing moment.
That will go down in history.
Funny.
That will go down in history.
Like I think I was crying laughing at the shit.
I was crying laughing at myself. And that's the most embarrassing. Like,
How you gonna fall in front of the nigga that's trying to talk to you?
nigga, what? Like, bro, I swear.
Yeah, y'all. That's it. That's all the questions we have. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, y'all got to know us a little bit, and we got a lot of stuff coming. I know people say that all the time, but we are interested in doing a podcast together soon. Not like a couples podcast or anything. Just because before was my husband, before he was my boyfriend, he was my friend. So, and we like to talk. We like to talk about different events, current events, real issues, people, what they're going through. And then, of course, we got Harley's Heart. So, yeah, we're super excited. Y'all, I'm so tired right now. But we finna be out. Thank y'all for watching. Like
Appreciate
I said
y'all.
again, I hope you comment and subscribe. If you're new here, we do weekly vlogs every week, but this week was a little different. And I have a schedule now. I post every Thursday at between 12 and 12:30, and I post every Sunday between 12 and 12:30. So I'm excited. Yeah, I've been consistent. That's the most important thing. I've been consistent. And also, every time I post a video, I get new subscribers. Our next goal is 100. And I know as long as I'm consistent, that's the only thing I need to do. Everything else is gonna come with it. So
For sure.
I love y'all. Peace out. This may be cut into part 1, part 2, because we was recording for 1 hour and 3 minutes.
Sheesh, are you serious?
But I'm out.